Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Cancer for April 2021. Welcome, Cancer. So we are in Aries as we speak. It's the 24th of March, so we're in the element of fire. So expect fire. Expect a lot of movement, very fast paced. There can be aggression too with Aries, so I don't feel it comes from the water people, the Cancerians or the Scorpions or the Pisceans, because you can easily throw water on fire and just completely extinguish it. So just remember that. So let's have a look. What's the energy around? You have death, Scorpio death. So transformation, basically. A big transformation has been occurring for you. So we're going to see exactly where you are with that, because transformation, as we know, does take a time. It's not sort of magic wand sort of Disneyland business. It's a slow moving entity, really, that it just happens gradually. It's going to be interesting what comes up for you, Cancer. So, in Cancer, this card, death is a Scorpio card, so quite interesting. Your cousin Scorpio, but the Scorpios that are the deep divers, they are the ones. They're very much into all sorts of transformation. They're into subjects that most people would regard as taboo, all those sort of underlying, under the surface covert businesses. So transformation is a perfect card. Let's see where you are right now, and you are doing really well with the Six of Coins. Six of Coins is a very important card because it's about being fair. It's about being balanced in the workplace as well. So giving and receiving in equal measure. So this card actually depicts that this is what you're doing at the moment. Work, life, and just your life in general in the material world, which is on the earth plane, is all about things being balanced. You've got everything nice, happening nicely. There's no issue there, but the main meaning of this card, I see it as is harmony, but it's also, you know, giving and receiving, not just receiving. It's a nice balance, but sometimes it's very hard to achieve for some. Let's see what's influenced that to come in. The Ten of Coins. So the Ten of Coins is very much that stability card. Everything is going very well for you in the material world, job, etc., etc. You feel you've achieved a certain status that you have wanted for yourself. It's not about greed. It's more about inheritance too. It's also very much a giving card as well. It talks about family and inheritance, or achieving a certain level of stability in your life, which you can be really happy with. And plus, because it crosses the Six of Coins, which is giving and receiving, it's a very nice card. And this also will affect the rest of the spread. Okay, let's go into the background and see what was happening for you in February, March. And the Eight of Cups. So yeah, a containment in an emotional relationship that you were, you're a bit like, oh my God, I need to just keep off this relationship at the moment because it's just very contained. It's sort of a bit stagnant, not to the likings of either party. Very much, he's sort of swimming around in a contained aquarium. I see it as an aquarium, and he's just keeps hitting the sides. There's nowhere to go but just around and around. So this card advises one, and this is in the background. So it's still a bit, it still has currency over what's happening at the moment, but this it's an indicator. Well, it sort of leads you to say, I need to just step out of that for a bit. I need to give it some space. I need to give myself some space so it can change. So that sits above, but then I can see, so with that energy that's been going on for a bit, you've managed to sort of get earthed and, you know, focus on matters, you know, your day job, what you're doing, you know, how you're managing, how you are with other people. So it looks really nice, actually, Cancer, excuse me. Recent influences, and we have the Emperor. Control, status, strategy, hard work, and that's Emperor he's the ultimate boss, whether female or male, but the ultimate boss, the one at the top. So I'm thinking great achievements here, but this has been a lifetime work, really, because you don't get to be the Emperor just like that. It's sort of it's a transformation too, and it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of learning. It's a lot of mistakes being made, but still being very much adhering to your goal and achieving it. He can be a bit, if this is for the ladies too, this sort of man in our life, often we refer to it as the father, so he can be a bit of a little bit controlling, therefore, but equal rights. You can also nip that in the bud. Aries too. This card is for Aries, so it's very much, you may be coming up against this month, especially in the workplace, a bit of that kind of energy, a bit of that sort of alpha male, but that's all right. You know how to play it, Cancer. Just do as you do. Let's see the lesson you'll be learning. The Magician, the Spirit Messenger. Now, he's an interesting character because he comes down from the universe, or from the other world, I call it the other world, and he presents you with a task or a journey, and he says, okay, there's lots of potential with this, but there's also an equal amount of risk. As long as you acknowledge those two go together, you will take up this task and you will do well. But always remember the risk is there as well. But it's a really good card to see, and it's almost like he can be a trickster, this one. So you can feel like, okay, what's the catch? There's always a catch. And as I see, you've got the Emperor here, so yeah, it's going to be interesting next 4 weeks if this arises in your life. You just take it, I'd say, Cancer. Just take it and acknowledge, yeah, there'll be risks, because I feel like you're in a great position to do whatever you would like to do this month. It's a great challenge. Near future, so we're moving into April proper. And there we have the King of Swords. Another male coming in, very much a male energy. Now, if you just have a look at him, Cancer, it's interesting. A lot of hardware on here, a lot of armour. Why has he got the armour on? That's always the question I ask. Why is this man wearing so much armour? He's protecting something. He's also very good at spin, so he can talk the talk. But just be mindful as well, you're up to that. And remember this picture, because often these sort of guys do come across about this like this, and you've just got to acknowledge that a lot of it is just they're good at the talking, but what's actually going on underneath that. So sometimes he can be a bit of a magician. He can be the risk. So just be careful. And I'm not meaning to be disparaging to the males. This is just how it is. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realising. The Tower. So something that an old way of doing things, seeing things, running your life it's run out of it's run out of time, it's run out of energy, it no longer serves you. So it's about letting those go, letting things go that no longer serve you, and then replacing them with something else because they're outmoded. So this tower is about to collapse anyway, so why would you bother trying to renovate it? You wouldn't. You would just get the heavy artillery and get rid of it and build a new tower. Okay? So that's going on, but you're not realising it. So you just need to be really aware this month. Go with your feelings, Cancer. You're very intuitive people. Just use your feelings to move through this next 4 weeks, because there are a few minefields here that may just, and remember you're transforming too. So you're changing the way you do things. You're changing how you interact with people. Very deliberate but very smart. So just get rid of what doesn't work. Whatever's falling to pieces, get rid of it. And know that it is hard to do this. However, you can build a new tower. You can't keep old, decrepit, falling down things. You wouldn't wear clothes around with many holes in them, would you? They'd go straight to the rag bag. Okay, let's see how others see you. Ace of Cups. Oh, beautiful card. Very much a big love card, this one. And it's sort of a real connection card as well. So this is just soul meeting soul, literally. Souls that are dressed up in a body and clothes, but it's very ethereal. It's really interesting. So I'm thinking here we have Cancer. Somebody is really very much attracted to you, and you're attracted to them. But we'll just see how that works out. But it's nice to know anyway, because this is genuine. It's not lust. It's more than human. It's very much a spiritual card. So you should feel flattered at any rate. Let's see what you're feeling positive about. Do I hang on to this or do I let go? Big past life card. So I'm seeing here, look, there's a few big deals going on in your life. So this is an old connection, but it's difficult. It's like family. We just think, oh, you know, I can't be awful. It's my family. I can't be awful. This person's been in my life for a long time, but I need to, you know, sort of do some culling. I really can't do this anymore. This has got to go. So the advice of this card is let go. Letting go is easier than hanging on, even though it's painful. And you know that anyway, because there's new things coming in, and sometimes those karmic relationships, they just run their course, don't they? But there are new ones coming anyway. But whatever it means to you, the outcome. And the Five of Swords. So yes, there will be people that sort of sitting on the sidelines, the troublemakers going, oh no, you know, don't be doing that, or don't be doing this. You just do what you have to do. Don't be soliciting advice from well-meaning friends or family that sort of they'll just ask you to do what they do, and that's not going to help you, because they're not you, you're you. And this is your transformation, and this is your time. And it's a big karmic time as well, so you have to really operate individually and solely on your own intuition this next 4 weeks, Cancer. So it's an interesting reading, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll just get one extra message for you for April 2021. Okay, and your message is compassion. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of its beauty. Compassion, as it rises up to meet the suffering and pain of all living things, releases that within yourself and others. It makes creating mutual happiness possible. Lovely card, compassion. And that's a nice way of ending up this reading, because it is, I can see there's a few massive milestones or cornerstones in here, but just carry on. Thanks so much for listening, Cancer.